looks at dollars and cents. It figures out what's working and what's not. He's not afraid to make changes, but he's also not afraid to lean into the things that are working and grow the areas of our state that are growing, like tourism. So I'm thrilled to have him here today, and at this time, I'd love to introduce the 37th Governor of West Virginia, Governor Patrick Morrisey.
You know, it's so nice to be here with you, and I want to just start by complimenting our incredible tourism secretary. I think if there's an award nationally for the best tourism secretary in America, it would be Chelsea Ruby. Great job, and she's exactly right. When things are going along very well, you double down, keep up the momentum. Tourism is an area of great strength and growth, and I'm very fortunate to have just such a terrific team around me. And we're going to build on those strengths, and West Virginia is going to continue to accelerate its investments in tourism and to be that destination place. You know, it's an honor to be here and to be surrounded by so many wonderful people who are working tirelessly to showcase West Virginia to the world. Your hard work is paying off. And when it comes to tourism, West Virginia isn't just competing in the backyard brawl, we're dominating it. Dominating. If you look at all the measures of West Virginia compared to all the states that we touch, tourism is one area where we really stand out. You know, I can spend a lot of time going through statistics and talk to you about all the different parks and what's happening, but I will say this. This is a gem. Our state is a gem unlike any other in America. And I want to emphasize that I view tourism as one of the fundamental ways we're going to grow as a state. And I'll start out by mentioning how I arrived in West Virginia, because I think it fits very well with the theme of what all of you and what Chelsea are trying to accomplish. You see, many decades ago, I used to come and visit West Virginia. I'd go to the Harpers Ferry Park, the National Park. I'd go into Shepherdstown, Charlestown. I'd go to Berkeley Springs in Martinsburg. And I fell in love with the state. I used to hike on the Appalachian Trail. You wouldn't believe this, but I actually used to get out into the river and kayak a lot, and it was incredible. And I did that for many years, and used to come, spend weekends, and just fell in love with West Virginia. And ultimately, that's the principal reason why I ended up buying a house and moving to West Virginia several decades ago. West Virginia does that to people. I'm fond of saying, come visit, and you may just spend a lifetime. And I think that's part of what we're all selling about West Virginia. It is that amazing place, and we all get to experience it every day. I wanted to share that with you because I think that it's a way forward for West Virginia to not only showcase all the amazing state parks, the wonderful hotels, restaurants, the people that we have, the unmatched beauty of our state, and to let people know that this is where you end up spending the rest of your life. Now, beyond the beauty of our state, we know that tourism is big business. In our state, in the past year alone, tourism generated more than $9 billion. More than $9 billion in total economic impact. That's a new record, and what a wonderful job, and you all deserve the thanks. Visitor spending reached an all-time high, and this year, it's on track to be even bigger. But there are more than just numbers. A lot of businesses are choosing to locate right here in West Virginia. A lot of families are spending their paychecks right in our communities. There are investments that are occurring in our schools, our main streets, in our neighborhoods. It also means that more people are coming in to see the state that we love so much. We all know the potential of West Virginia. It is that shining state in the mountains that is a secret that's beginning to get out across the country. I'm fond of saying that West Virginia now is a net inward migration state. We still have to do enormous things to grow our population and our workforce, but it's been really heartening to see how more people are moving into West Virginia than are leaving. And we need to continue and, quite frankly, accelerate that trend. You'll be seeing a lot more about that in the upcoming months because we have to take advantage of this amazing place we're in to grow our standard of living and to lift our people out of poverty. We know that we're doing some innovative work out of tourism. Earlier this year, Chelsea Ruby and I launched the Tourism Works program. Now, this is really exciting. And I like to think of it as kind of the ambassadors that we're creating for the state of West Virginia. And since March alone, we've issued over 10,000 micro-credentials. That means all across West Virginia, wherever you may be, from Weirton to Warren, from Martinsburg to Mayborn, you have people that know every aspect of our beautiful state, our 55 counties, our state parks, our amazing rivers, our incredible national parks. We know all that, and you might help West Virginians gain valuable skills, including college credit. This is a free program that's designed to help people's lives and make it easier for them to take advantage of job opportunities in the tourism industry. It's a wonderful program and just an incredible way to get more people interested in our state. And I will have to confess that I need to go through and I need to take that as well, because every day I'm looking to absorb more about the amazing things in West Virginia. And every time I spend time with Chelsea, she keeps teaching me more about the incredible tourism parts of our state. You know, a few weeks ago, I was out at an event, and I talked about how West Virginia was the second best state in the nation in terms of dark skies. And think about that. That is incredible for people who want to come appreciate our nightlife and stargaze. And what better state to stargaze in than a place that has greenback and the amazing opportunities that are available. Pocahontas is an amazing place, but people can come here and get out of the light pollution that may exist in other states. That's not something to take lightly. Or it could be our waterfall trails. Wow, that's unbelievable. Or it could be some of the bike trails that we've been investing in, so we could have national and international competition all across our state. This is amazing. Or our rapids. And we have some of the most challenging rapids in the world. These are things I love to talk about and sell, because this is the fun part of the job. We all get to go around and be an ambassador for West Virginia. So I'm so happy to be here, and I know that we're winning that economic fight right here in West Virginia because of our state's beauty and because of the investments that are putting in. A couple statistics for you. New River National Park, the New River Gorge National Park, a record 1.8 million visitors this past year. That's a nearly, how about that? That's a nearly 50% increase since it became America's 63rd national park. Pretty incredible. Harper's Ferry, well, and what helped draw me to West Virginia, they saw nearly 490,000 visitors. That's a 15% increase over the last 2 years. And there's more momentum heading into next year, and I'm hopeful that we can keep stirring it to attract additional sites and more opportunity in Harper's Ferry. We're having some good conversations. I'm hopeful we can convince some people to step forward and to, once again, add another jewel to our tourism destination list. Now, tourism helps bring people to West Virginia. I've talked about that. But it's also sound economic policy that's going to keep people here. That's why we've been working overtime to drive economic development here in West Virginia. We have a lot of big initiatives. We spend most of our time looking for every way to grow our workforce participation, to lift our population up and lift that standard of living up. What do I mean when I'm talking about that? Well, we have to grow paychecks. We have to do that by cutting taxes and working on ways to support existing businesses, as well as recruiting new ones. We have to grow the free market by cutting red tape. I'm fond of saying that West Virginia is ultimately going to win that backyard brawl. Win. We're the best state in the country in terms of cutting red tape. Speed to build, speed to get things done. That's what the powerhouse little state of West Virginia can do. And that applies to tourism as well. We're going to grow opportunity through VOTEC and workforce development, making sure people have the skill set to succeed in this modern life. And we will grow that workforce labor participation rate. It's beginning to move, and it needs to move at a much more rapid rate. So we've been working to initiate a lot of big changes to make that happen. A lot of big regulatory initiatives, working on the fundamentals. You know, no secret that I don't believe you should just take money, throw it on the wall, hope it sticks, right? There's a lot of federal money that was available. People want to focus on that. We have to be strong at the fundamentals. We have to make sure we have the right incentives, but we also have to take advantage of what really works in our state. And so we've spent a lot of time building out that regulatory prowess. It's amazing. That speed to build concept we talked about, that resulted in the one-stop shop permitting bill that we passed earlier this year. Think about this. You go to one agency to get all of your permitting needs done. They're tracking everything. And if the agency isn't moving at your speed, you get your money back. Think about that. We have a regulatory structure that's going to move very fast. That'll be implemented over the next year. And I'm excited about that. We have licensing reciprocity. There are people in all sorts of occupations, professions, that when they come to West Virginia, we can put them to work right away. Immediately. Why? Because with that licensing reciprocity, we're recognizing the work they did in other states. And we're also building on our incredible energy resources. We did deregulation in energy in part to be able to drive a lot of additional production of our gas, to extend reasonable useful life of our coal, and to build out our energy resources that will provide the kind of jobs that work for the future. West Virginia has an amazing set of opportunities ahead, and we're going to do a lot of that by leveraging energy resources, and then use those dollars, feed it back into the economy by investing in our people, our workforce, but also, one of our big bills has an opportunity, when revenue comes in, we'll feed it back in to help eliminate the state income tax. And I think that's important. And all of this, quite frankly, can tie back to tourism. I don't know of a better way that we can grow the number of people in our state other than to welcome people with open arms into West Virginia to vacation, to come back a second time, a third time, a fourth time. That's going to be a great model for success. And so I'm so happy when I heard of this conference to be able to come up and talk a little bit, because I wanted to thank you. You know, when you do well as a state, there's never just one person involved. You can't give the credit to just the governor or the tourism secretary. Your tourism secretary does deserve a lot of credit, but it's a team effort. She's got a great team, but you're all part of a big team. And the work that you're doing, I look around, I see some of the representatives from some of the counties, my home county of Jefferson. I look around, I see so many people knowing that there are going to be opportunities in the next few years to have strengthen your existing restaurants and hotels, to build new ones, and to make sure that we're creating more attractions to continue to compete. Because what happens when you're winning the fight, when you're winning the backyard brawl, the other states see it, and they want to do what you're going to do. We have to stay ahead. and that's why investing in our tourism industry remains a high, high priority. So I hope you have a wonderful conference today. This is something you should celebrate, but also you should have what Rich Rod talks about as a hard edge. And you should make sure that we're doubling down to succeed and win for tomorrow as well. I'm so glad to be here today. My name is Patrick Morrisey. I am your governor. It's great to be here, and I'm glad to turn it back over to our tourism secretary, Chelsea Ruby. Thank you, and God bless.
Cause I've been out here working all day. Blueberries, butterflies, the pretty things that greet my eyes. You know that I say I'm on my way.
All right. Thank you, Governor. We appreciate you being here. I know your schedule is hectic, but we really appreciate you making time to come and see all of us. All right, so before I get started,